Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be discussing some NASCAR news, and more accurately, I just want to have a discussion with you guys, so you'll have to let me know down in the comments what you think about this particular issue, but make sure you watch all the way through so you just kind of know what's going on. And my take, let's make sure we keep it respectful, though. I want to just have some good conversations with you guys, and yeah, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And with that being said, there's a lot to talk about today, honestly, so let's just get into it. So yesterday, on January 15th, Team Trackhouse, the new Toyota team, I believe, that is being driven by Daniel Suarez, the number 99 car, announced that Pitbull has joined on the team as an owner. And that is insane. It can only be described as the plot of a terrible Mike Lupica book that Mr. Worldwide, on his birthday, was gifted, or maybe not gifted, but he invested in a NASCAR team, and that's pretty crazy news. That's the second big celebrity that we've had, start a team over the 2020 off season, which is crazy. The other one is, of course, Michael Jordan in a extremely marquee team. And this has brought up a question that Eric in Out of the Groove yesterday brought up, and I want to do my best to answer that question with my thoughts on it. Of course, everybody else can have their own separate thoughts, but this is just my thoughts, and that question is, are celebrity owners good for the sport of NASCAR? And this is a pretty complex issue with quite a bit of nuance, so let's talk about it here. Now, celebrities in NASCAR are no new occurrence. Of course, Joe Gibbs was an NFL coach before he was a team owner, and he now owns arguably the most successful team in NASCAR today. So that's an interesting kind of track record that we've got, but there are a lot of pros and cons to having celebrities in NASCAR. I would say the biggest pro is obviously publicity. Like Eric mentioned in his video yesterday, people like Michael Jordan will bring into the sport a new type of community and a new type of viewer to NASCAR. People that maybe watch other sports, maybe the African American community. Which is really good. Of course, we want to expand our horizons here in the NASCAR fan base, and the more people watching it, the better, of course. So that type of stuff where they just kind of bring in new people is undoubtedly good. But there's one major flaw with the whole celebrities in NASCAR thing, and hopefully that this will continue to be kept under control. Because the type of people that are investing right now in NASCAR teams, I don't think are these type of people, but there are definitely people like this that would do this kind of thing. So celebrities obviously have notoriously huge egos, and they want to get things done. They want to have control, and maybe that's for the best sometimes, maybe it's not. And I think you guys can tell where this is going, but sometimes, a celebrity could enter the sport as a team owner and not know much about the sport, not be on the level, of course, of like Joe Gibbs or Rick Hendrick or Ray Evernham, like massive racing minds. And they could come in and try to micromanage their team and basically run into the ground and just make their team basically a disaster, unintentionally, of course, just by ignorance of the sport. But right now, I think, at least with the two celebrities that we have, that type of, behavior or issue is a non-factor, to be honest, because Michael Jordan, he is a majority team owner, but it doesn't seem like he's invested in like actually running this team. He's in there, as a brand person, and he's in there as well just to, it's an investment. and he's in there just to have a little fun, you know. When you have that type of money, when you're that type of name, the greatest basketball player to ever live, you can do that type of stuff. And I don't think that he's going to be very hands-on with this team, which is probably a good thing. Pitbull, you know, he's a rapper. This is like right in a rapper's wheelhouse to just randomly buy a NASCAR team. But this also seems like the type of thing. I don't think he's gonna be really like in on this stuff, like fully like at the track every week, giving orders. You know, trying to teach Daniel Suarez. I don't think that's where we're going at all. And to be honest, I don't have super high hopes for Team Trackhouse in 2021. Daniel Suarez is a great driver, but I don't think their equipment will be that good. So I don't think that this Pitbull thing is going to be as huge of a deal as a lot of people are making it out to be, which is a little bit unfortunate because Pitbull obviously is another huge name, Mr. Worldwide. Me and my friends were literally at school yesterday talking about hotel room service. And then it just randomly came out that he was going to own a NASCAR team, which is insane. But that could definitely get in with some communities and get people in on the base level of NASCAR, which is something that I also want to kind of segue this conversation into, which is NASCAR, it feels like, is almost returning to the mainstream. Just a tiny bit. Just a small bit. But with the announcement of a new series on Netflix with Kevin James, and with new celebrity owners coming in, during the virus, obviously, it was just pulling in massive numbers. Ratings are up. New car coming in 2022. And it just feels like NASCAR, in a little way, is somewhat returning to prominence. And all the stuff with Bubba Wallace, of course, being the only black driver in NASCAR, that's obviously a very, very nuanced situation, so I'm not going to touch on that very much, but that also probably brought some more people into this sport, and just overall, I think that NASCAR is growing in popularity, and I think that within the next, 10 years, if things continue to play out correctly, I feel like we're going to be in a much, much better spot than we were in, say, the 2010s. And a small part of that is due to celebrity owners. And honestly, I would really like to see more celebrity owners. And I do think that more will start coming in. Celebrities are probably going to start becoming more prominent in NASCAR as this type of stuff continues and NASCAR becomes a little bit more mainstream. And Michael Jordan is investing, and Pitbull is investing, and all this stuff is going on. I think that we are entering a second golden age of NASCAR. And with that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys are having a great, safe, and blessed day. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts. This has been Decaf Dr. Thunder, back here again talking about NASCAR, and I will see you guys next time.